Hey, welcome to the Acting Career Expert Studio. My name is Dan Warner. Today we are going to continue to talk about, because my last video was about commercial acting, and this one is about commercial acting as well. And is it easy to become a commercial actor? Yes and no. And so let me explain. But before I explain, I do want to tell you that you should visit actingcareerexpertstudio.com and get on the wait list, because we are about 70 days away from launching tutorials and workshops and PDFs and all things acting that will help you move your career to the next level. So actingcareerexpertstudio.com. Is it easy to become a commercial actor? I was reminded by my editor. I edit most of them, but I do have an editor that helps me. My editor reminded me that brevity is the soul of wit, and so my videos have been pretty long and drawn out, and I know there's a lot of stories, but I want to get right to this and cut right through all the nonsense and let you know why you came here, because it's on the thumbnail. Is it easy to become a commercial actor? It can be, but it can also be a long, drawn-out ordeal. Let me just give you a few tips for becoming a great commercial actor. The first thing you need, and this is pretty basic, is you need training. So you need to take classes, you need to take workshops. And again, just like all of my other videos and all my other advice, this is based on the fact that you vet these people. There's a bunch of commercial workshops out there that are pretty lame. Because they are taught by people who have not done a commercial in a decade or so. I hesitate to name names, but there's commercial workshops out there that are horrible, and they take your money and they don't give you any great information. The landscape has changed, and so because of that, you need to find commercial acting workshops that are taught by probably actors who are currently doing, the craft that you are trying to learn about. So they're commercial actors who are currently working, who currently have maybe spots running right now that they shot last week, for example. I'm not talking about myself, but I'm probably talking about myself. Yes, I shot a commercial. I shot commercial number 112 last week. You need to get advice from people who are doing it right now, because they know that the landscape has changed and everything is different. And so your training is wildly important, because you cannot. Acting in commercials is different than acting in television or film. There are little nuances, and you need to learn those. And so they're subtle, but they're there, and they're super important. And if you don't know them, they will pass you by. The casting directors will pass you by, and you will not probably get chosen for such a esteemed position as becoming a commercial actor. So training is super important. Vet your workshops, meaning do your research, find their reviews, find out who they are, find out what commercials they've done, find out when's the last time they worked, look them up on IMDb. If there's someone who worked 20 years ago and are doing a commercial acting workshop, there's a bunch of them out there, and they just don't know. They're regurgitating the same information that they have been for the last 10 years. It's different now. The information is different now, and you need to know that. And so please, for the love of God, do your research on that. Secondly, get commercial headshots done. They're different than theatrical headshots. They are brighter, wear colors like this, bright blue, pink, pale yellow, brighter sort of florally, not floral, but pastel type colors. Big smile. Your commercial headshot needs to be happy and smiling, and as if you're selling toothpaste, cereal, Old Navy, clothing, cars, whatever the case may be. Usually, 95 to 98% of the time, people in commercials are very happy and they're doing fun, happy stuff. And so you're going to need to have your headshots resemble that. The other thing that is wildly important, and this also can help you with your headshots, is do your research. Watch commercials. Find commercials, watch them. Find out also, not just online, but find out on TV. Find out, and write all this down. Watch commercials, find out when they air, where they air, what stations they air on, and find commercials that you could be in. Find commercials that you go, oh, I could have been the Home Depot guy that is showing the woman where the lumber is, or whatever the case may be. Any of that kind of thing, where you do your research, you find where you fit in these commercials, find out what time slots, because there's different time slots. The commercials are different in the morning on ABC, NBC, CBS, and the like. They're different in the morning than they are in the afternoon, than they are in the evening, and then late evening. And so you're going to see different commercials with different demographics throughout the day. Do all that research. Find out where you fit in, what hours of the day. Write all that down. Because there's a lot of actors, especially new actors, that go, well, I don't know if I could be a commercial actor. I don't think I have that commercial look. And if you watch commercials, and when I taught in person my commercial acting workshops, man, I would give them that assignment, that homework assignment, and they'd go home and they'd come back and they go, I found 25 commercials that I could be in, that I look just like the guy or girl who is in that commercial. And I didn't think that I fit into commercials, but I see myself doing all of these things. And so that is wildly important, to find out where you fit in and your demographic and all of that. The other thing the research does is write down what they wear. Your character, your type, your casting. What are they wearing? And look in your closet. Do you have that kind of wardrobe? If not, it's not terribly expensive. A lot of that stuff you can find Old Navy, Gap, that kind of thing. Anyway. Build a nice sort of commercial wardrobe. So when you have your commercial audition, even if it's a self-tape or especially if it's a Zoom or in person, you sort of look the part. When you get a commercial audition, you should research that product. So let's say you get a commercial audition for Target. Go watch Target ads. Go find out what do they look like in the Target ads? What are they wearing? What are they doing? What's the vibe of the commercial? So that you have some sort of idea. Now, it may not be the same sort of campaign that they're doing right now, but at least you get an overall idea of what it's going to kind of maybe probably look like. And so watch those commercials, do your research on the product or business that you are auditioning for, find out what the wardrobe looks like, and all those things. And obviously on the breakdown, they're going to give you the wardrobe details and tell you exactly what you should wear, or give you an idea of what you should wear. Another thing you should do, this is important, practice. Practice doing commercial auditions. You can get sides from Actors Access, from Backstage, from go online, find the sides, find dialogue for commercials, and then practice. Put it on tape it, watch it back, see how you did compared to the commercial that you just saw. Practice that. Watch it back, delete, do it again, watch it back. good, bad, figure it out, delete it, try it again until you go, oh, I'm getting pretty good at this. If you continue to do that, you're going to get better and better and better at commercial auditions. Let's see. So self-submissions, once you think you're ready to audition for commercials, self-submit. Submit yourself. Go onto Actors Access, go onto Backstage, go onto Casting Frontier, Google commercial castings and find out where they are. Find out the websites where they are and go on there and find them. If you don't have representation, do a self-submission and send in your headshot, send in your commercial headshot. You don't need a resume for these things because you shouldn't send a resume in for commercials ever, not for usually any reason. So do that, self-submit, and then, rehearse like crazy and submit for some commercials. Here's the last thing, and this is, I guess I saved the best for last. Don't give up. And I know that sounds like very simple, common sense advice, but don't give up. Keep going, keep going, keep going. The next commercial audition, and this is dramatic yet true, the next commercial audition could change your life. It could absolutely change your life. It could make you thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you never know when that commercial is going to come about. I've talked about Flo from Progressive and the Verizon guy and, all these people, the Allstate guy. There's a bunch of them out there. Jake from State Farm. They're making a ton of money, and that could be you. So don't count yourself out. And if you look at all those characters that I just told you, Flo, Verizon guy, Jake from State Farm, the other guy, they're all quite different. And they're looking for real people, and you're a real person, and you fit in somewhere. So do your research, figure it out. Training, headshots, research practice, self-submissions, and just keep going. Keep going, keep going. Don't ever give up. Brevity. That's it, man. That's all you get today. That's the next video. I hope this was helpful. If it was, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Like and share with everyone, and go to actingcareerexpertstudio.com. Get on the wait list because it's going to be amazing. It will transform you as an actor, and that's not, it's going to have so much stuff. It's going to be crazy. All right, that's it. I'm done. We'll see you next week on another episode of Happy Days.